Hello friends, Coach Bob here today, and today we are going to talk about a very special revolver that my father left me after his passing back in May. And the reason we're doing it in the month of December is his birthday would have been December 21st. And so in honor of him, we're going to talk about the revolver that he left me. So what is it? It's a Model 10. It's made by Smith and Wesson. It's 38 special. And to me, it's more than 38 special. It is really special. And we're going to talk about all of that and a little more right after this. So the Smith and Wesson Model 10, what is it about the old guns that are just so cool? And I'm going to tell you, they are very, very cool. This particular firearm, when you can even hear that leather. It's just got that retro feel. You feel like you should be wearing polyester pants and a button-up shirt and have on a leather belt. And when you take this handgun to the range, you feel special when you carry it. We're going to unsnap it. It is blued, and I will show you that it is not loaded for all you nervous Nellies and safety Sallies out there. I'm going to take this beautiful holster that is probably, was something that was really of worth no real intrinsic value back in the day, but is awfully cool. And I'm going to show you something that's pretty important, because you may say, Bob, last month you were dropping the hammer on that firearm. So this is the firearm we reviewed last month. And as you can see, it is empty. There's nothing in it. If I pull this hammer back, if you look right there, there is no firing pin. There is no pointy thing coming off of the end of that hammer. There's nothing that is going to break off. So if I drop this hammer, it won't damage the firearm. However, if I go to an older firearm, like the one of my father's, you'll see right there, that little burr right there. That is what you can break off if you drop that hammer. And on this particular firearm, I don't want to do that. Always remember, when you're handling revolvers, know about the age of a firearm and what you should and shouldn't do. And remember this, if anyone ever shows you their revolver, never spin the cylinder and slap it shut. You'll mess the firearm up like that. And you know what? That's a good way to lose a friend. You wouldn't want to do that. God knows you probably don't have very many if you're watching me. You probably got a lot of friends. You're probably really cool. This particular firearm, though, it is absolutely wonderful. A little about the history of the Model 10. The Model 10, as I said, is a 38 special, not a 38 plus P, and certainly not a 357. If you shoot a 357 in this, good luck. First off, you're not going to get the round in there, but if you were able to hammer it in there, the gun would probably blow up in your hand, and we wouldn't want that to happen. The Model 10 was originally made in 1957. That's when Smith and Wesson started this particular line. When you look at the Model 10s, you will see that they have a hyphen and then a number behind them. There's the original Model 10 that was made in 57. The 10-1 was made in 59. The 10-2 in 61, and so on and so on. This particular firearm is a 10-6. This was released in 1962, and from the serial number, I have determined that this gun was made in either late 1971 or early 1972. Now, it's very, very easy to go online and look at the serial numbers of these firearms and figure out when they're dated. You can also look at particular things on them that determine their age. So the first thing you want to know when you get a particular firearm like this is what series it is. And there's one primary way to do that. Right on the bottom here, you'll see the serial number. In this particular firearm, it begins with the letter D, as in Delta. The D indicates that it was made between the years, I'm looking, 1968 and 1977. And then you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digit number That number can determine what year that gun was manufactured, or certainly within a certain time constraint. This particular firearm, for example, was made in either late 1971 or early 1972. There are a few things you'll notice about this particular firearm. First, a nice wooden grip. It's nice and heavy duty, but very slender. It is not big like my more modern day revolvers. This has a smaller frame on it. Also, again, the hammer with that burr there, you do not want to drop that hammer. The cylinder spins very nicely. The trigger is very, very good. The sights on this particular firearm, as you see, looking down the sight, it's just simply a notch cut into the top of the gun, followed by a front sight. That particular sight picture is not magical. It is not something that, you're going to pick up on a dark, dreary night. That particular sight picture is excellent in daylight operating hours. It has a nice, solid feel to it, and in the hand feels absolutely wonderful. When I was at the range recently, I had an elderly gentleman as he saw the firearm on my hip, and he was very excited to see the gun. He was also a little taken aback with the very fact that I was shooting it. That this particular gun, to me, is very special, and I do enjoy actually shooting it. This will never become a safe queen. This gun will be shot. I will think about my dad and how awesome he was. So until next time, get out there, get in shape, enjoy yourself. God bless, and Merry Christmas.